Robin, thanks for joining us. Pre-season, we're well underway. How's the first couple of days been? How are the lads settling back in?
Yeah, it's been really good. The staff have been excited with the boys coming back. The players have settled really well. Been impressed with the group, especially the 18s. They've been a little bit longer. The staff have been really impressed with their application and their ability, so they've done really well, and the 21s are returning now as well.
Well, you mentioned the 18s there, and we'll start with them, and especially we've just announced a new intake of scholars as of last week. How pleased are you to get them over the line? And there's certainly a lot of talent and quality throughout that crop.
There is, yeah. We're really excited with all of them and happy to get all of them over the line. We've got a good core of strength from the northeast, local players who know the area, who've done really well. It's a really strong area for finding players and local talent, so we're really happy with those. And then we've added the 3 from further afield. Again, so our recruitment team have done a really good job in highlighting players across the season who might be able to add something to the group and be able to play in the way that we feel is important here at Sunderland. We've been able to add the 3 from further afield to an already strong group here, so we're really pleased with them.
Those lads who have been here for a long time know the pathway that they will get. But as you mentioned there, in terms of the lads who are coming from other clubs, I think we've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Southampton in there. What are you saying to them lads in terms of the lure to come to Sunderland and what they can do to progress their career?
Well, you mentioned it there, the pathway is a big one. In terms of young players, it's really important for them to come to a club where they can have a future, and I feel like a lot of our discussions have centred around the pathway. Over the last 2 seasons, our average in terms of having minutes in the first team is about 22%. So in terms of academy graduates actually impacting first team minutes, 22% of minutes being played by academy graduates, which is a really strong number. Last season we had about 15 academy graduates be part of the first team. That's either named on the bench or actually taken to the field or starting the game. So that pathway is a key piece for the boys coming up here and seeing their futures here.
And then after the scholarship, we looked at the next stage, and we've had a couple of pro contracts being signed as well. How pleased were you to get those done and sorted early and ahead of pre-season and the new campaign?
Yep, those are really important as well. Like, this is the future of the club, and boys move from our 18s to our 21s, which is the majority of the pros that have been signed recently. We're really pleased for the boys and their families. A lot of them have been here for a significant number of years, some since they're in the pre-academy stages at sort of 8 and 9, and they're now signing their first pros at 17. So it's been a really good journey, and we're really pleased to get each of them over the line.
You talk about the journey, 8, 9-year-olds from their first contract all the way at their pro contract, signing with their family. How pleased are you for them, and what will their journey look like now over the next couple of weeks especially?
Yeah, really pleased for them. Like you said, the families have been in the room 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago when it was, and we recognise the important role that the families and the players, people around the players play in their journey. So really pleased for the families, really pleased for the players, and the next couple of weeks are going to be tough. This is their first time as professionals now. The expectations raise a little bit. It's the start of the journey. We always say to them in those conversations that the hard work starts now, that the first contract is exceptional to get, but it's a very long and hard road to actually turn that into a career. So the boys are fully aware of what's expected of them, and it'll be a tough few years, but hopefully they'll be able to make that step into the first team.
Looking at the season coming up, it's important to reflect on the success of last season. Our under-21s reaching the Premier League 2 playoff final, some great individuals of the 18s making their step up. How important is that we continue that momentum into the new campaign?
Yeah, the development of the players is really important. So in terms of the actual the results in the PL2, they're somewhat of a barometer of success, but we try to concentrate really on the individual journeys of the players. So like I mentioned, the percentages in the first team and the players making a step to actually having an impact in our first team or further afield. So last season we also had 11 players selected for their youth international teams ranging from England, Ukraine, Northern Ireland, Belgium, etc. So those are the barometers of success that we'd like to focus on, but as you said, the success of the under-21s in the PL2 was just an addition to that, and hopefully it's something we can continue moving forward.
The 21s and 18s will travel to Italy in a couple of weeks, and we will get to that, but first we'll see a couple of pre-season friendlies where we will likely see 18s and 21s involved. And how important is it for them in these early stages to kind of put their mark down and kind of show kind of what they're about?
Yeah, really important. I mean, every opportunity here is a chance for them to impress. So whenever they're around the first team staff or around the staff who are contributing to their futures, it's a chance for them to do well and really show what they're about. So the early opportunities, such as the friendlies they might get an opportunity with in the next few weeks, they're really important for the boys just to be themselves, show what they can do and see where they can go.
They then will travel to Italy and will face some top class opposition. What are you hoping the players take from that experience, and how important are tours like this?
They're really important. I mean, they provide the group with a different challenge, a varying in terms of the format, location, language, the style of play they're going to face. It's all just a part of a bigger tool that we try and use to develop the players. So giving them different challenges, different stimulus, and tours like this really provide that in a short space of time. So they'll have 6 or 7 really intense days, warm weather training, different, like I said, different environment, different opposition. So they're really important. And hopefully the 18s and 21s will be able to really solidify a lot of development in a short period of time.
Yeah, things are starting to really kick up now, and as we look at the new season, as academy manager, Robin, what targets are you setting out in terms of for the full academy? And I know we highlight a lot of the 18s and 21s, but what are your main targets and aims ahead of the 24-25 campaign?
We have a lot of aims as an academy in terms of the individuals. So we try and have a collective aim to impact the people, so impact the young people. That not only looks like minutes on the pitch and debuts and percentages like I've already talked about. Those are some of our aims, but it goes deeper than that in actually trying to impact the individual journeys of the players. Can we give them enriching experiences to help them develop as people and as players? We have something around the landscape, so how we impact in the landscape of football, what kind of loans are we able to secure for the boys, and how we go into impact international selections, as well as impacting the people, so them as boys and as people, so when they move on and whatever their next step is, how can we set them to move forward. So in terms of goals, we have some broad ones around what we're trying to do in the PL2 and like I said, the percentages, but we also have some wider ones as an academy as well.